making him unable to drive. He is now driving a car made in such a way that what he would have done with his legs, he does with his hands only. It is a car that costs 2.5 million Rwandan francs, also considering the existing law allowing for the convenience of people with disabilities to import cars without the burden of tax. Ndatimana Janvier and Executive Secretary of the Council of Persons with Disabilities, Emmanuel Ndaisaba, are one of the people who imported a car through such means. When I start the car and I pull the gear to my side, he can hear the sound. That is the accelerator. So when I start moving and I pull it down like this, it becomes the brakes. So when I use them both, it proves that I don't really need legs to drive the car, and I can drive anywhere in the country. The whole time I was at home, I was unable to go anywhere because I was paralyzed for good. So this opportunity helped me interact with people in a way that I couldn't before. I was able to visit my family members and be able to meet my friends and have conversations. In a way, this also helped me not to be depressed. Emmanuel Nshimiyimana, who is deaf, has been driving for more than 8 years with a driver's license that he got from other countries. He finds that people with similar disabilities should be allowed to apply for A1 and B1 licenses because they are also competent, according to the sign language he is using, which is being interpreted in the voice of Fidel Irizabimbuto. I am definitely an example because I have been driving for more than 8 years now and I haven't had any accident, and I'm always in Kigali. It was only a few days ago when I was driving and someone knocked me and I literally became their brakes. When the police came and did the test, they realized that I wasn't in fault at all and insurance paid for all the damages. So it is proof that those with disabilities of blindness and deafness should be allowed to work for A1 and B1 permits. On the other hand, this law does not apply to people with disabilities such as blindness, deafness, and others. However, they also point out that travel is difficult, according to Safari William and Consolatrice Niyibizi. A person with such disabilities will be obliged to use motors frequently. Even where one would have walked, they use motors. There are also instances where you find that there are places that bikes can't go. So when the bus leaves him or her at the bus stop, you find that the person is stranded with the inability to grab a bike simply because bikes can't reach the destination, which is really hard on the person. I believe that this law should also put into consideration all persons with disabilities and not just a specific group. Emmanuel Ndaisaba, Executive Secretary of National Council of Persons with Disabilities, believes that this request is justified and that it is being discussed upon. If the person with the disability is financially able, I believe the government can be able to help, and we are working on it with the ministry in charge of it to see if the law can be changed. The most important thing is that the vehicle is registered on the person and it is their mode of transportation. Even after 5 years, the person can be able to buy another one. However, he or she can't resell it, especially the fact that such cars have special serial numbers registered on the owners. Jean-Pauline Uitonze, Deputy Commissioner for Taxpayer Services at Rwanda Revenue Authority, says that this request will definitely be discussed. The challenge is to ensure that the vehicle is in line with the disability of the one who sent for it. The law states that the vehicle should be able to ease the life of the person with a disability. So when a person with a disability of blindness buys a normal vehicle, in truth, it is not really going to help him or her in any way. Nevertheless, it is a good thing that the Council of Persons with Disabilities partners with Rwanda Revenue Authority to be able to voice out the need of change in the law. Since the enactment of the law, about 30 vehicles have been imported by people with disabilities, according to the NCPD administration. Martina Abera, RTV News.